The episode starts with the Korean and Japanese teams facing each other in a battle. Dongwook begins the match, releasing his aura and making his body grow bigger. On the other side, a Japanese hunter also releases his aura and thinks about Dongwook's ability to increase his size. He realizes that Dongwook relies on raw power in battle. Both hunters attack each other at the same time, making it hard to tell who is stronger. The scene then shifts to Lim, who is about to be attacked by a Japanese hunter. Lim understands that close combat will be a disadvantage, so he creates arrows and throws them at the enemy. However, the Japanese hunter dodges the attack. Lim continues to trouble the Japanese hunters, so they decide to take him down first. Meanwhile, Mr. Go explains to Jinwoo that the facility is built with high-quality essence stones, making it impossible for an average hunter to break the walls. However, in just a few seconds, the walls are completely shattered. Mr. Go feels regretful that young hunters are being sent into such a battle. The scene then shifts to Baek, who releases his aura and prepares to fight the Japanese hunters. His opponent thinks Baek is wasting his energy and decides not to engage in direct combat. Instead, he tries to sneak up on Baek to take him down. However, Baek notices this, and at the last moment, Kumamoto, the Japanese hunter, steps back. Baek is surprised and wonders if Kumamoto got scared. When we see Kumamoto's expression, he looks terrified. He realizes he cannot bring himself to attack another hunter, but Baek is not going to show him any mercy. As Baek moves forward to attack, Kumamoto dodges and suddenly a loud explosion is heard. Baek notices that Dongwook and Lim have lost the fight. Now 3 Japanese hunters stand against Baek. They believe he is an easier target, but Baek warns them not to underestimate him. The scene shifts to Hae-in, who is fighting a female Japanese hunter. The Japanese hunter is surprised that she cannot read Hae-in's movements. It is revealed that Hae-in is nicknamed the Dancer because of her smooth and deadly fighting style. However, she doesn't like this nickname and avoids using it. As the Japanese hunter tries to punch her, Hae-in counters quickly and taps her back, eliminating her from the match. She then rushes toward Baek to help him, but Kumamoto tries to attack her from behind. However, she senses it and lands multiple strikes on his face, knocking him down completely. Other Japanese hunters realize that Kumamoto has lost all sense and is no longer able to fight. Goto Ryuji, the leader of the Japanese hunters, observes the battle and decides not to interfere, as this is part of their test. However, when Kumamoto suddenly breaks the ground with a powerful attack and moves toward Hae-in, Jinwoo finally steps in. He blocks Kumamoto's attack at the perfect moment and tells him that he is taking this too seriously. This is just a sparring match. Before Kumamoto can react, Jinwoo easily overpowers him. Goto is surprised and asks Hanekawa if Jinwoo is really classified as a mage-type hunter. Hanekawa confirms that the official records say so. Goto becomes curious and decides to test Jinwoo himself. He challenges Jinwoo to a one-on-one fight. Jinwoo remains calm and Goto realizes that Jinwoo actually wants to fight. Jinwoo also sees this as the perfect chance to test his strength after his time in the Demon Castle. Before the fight begins, Jinwoo sets a condition: Goto must use his full strength. This surprises Goto. Meanwhile, others are excited to watch the battle. As soon as the match starts, Goto attacks first, and it looks like Jinwoo might be knocked down. However, Jinwoo appears behind him in an instant. Goto is shocked and thinks to himself, "There's no way Jinwoo is a mage-type hunter. His movements are too fast, and his footsteps are silent. He can fool others, but not me. I will reveal his true power to the world." Meanwhile, Jinwoo observes that among all the S-rank hunters present, one person stands out with exceptional ability. That hunter suddenly attacks Jinwoo, but Jinwoo easily dodges every strike. Goto is getting frustrated because he can't understand why Jinwoo is smiling while avoiding the attacks. With no other choice left, Goto goes all out and attacks Jinwoo with full force. However, he only manages to give Jinwoo a small scratch. Just then, Jinwoo receives a system notification saying, "The enemy in front of you is attacking with the intent to kill." Goto then launches his final attack on Jinwoo, but Jinwoo blocks it. He thinks to himself, if I keep playing around with him like this, I might trigger an urgent quest, just like with Hwang and Kang. Jinwoo then tells Goto, if I had been a few seconds late, I could have lost my eye. Goto starts feeling nervous. He realizes that Jinwoo had the opportunity to grab his wrists but deliberately caught his hands instead. Jinwoo tells Goto, if I grab your wrists, this fight will end immediately and I know you don't want that. Things become even more intense as both prepare to attack with full power. The other hunters watching realize that if they don't stop the fight, it will get out of control. Just as Jinwoo and Goto are about to strike, their teammates intervene. Baek stops Jinwoo while Goto's allies hold him back. Then, an ice hunter creates an ice barrier between them to prevent further fighting. Baek tells Jinwoo to stop, explaining, "This guy will soon lead the Japanese team. If anything happens to him, no one will be able to handle the consequences." Hae-in also tells Jinwoo to calm down. Seeing how heated things have become, Baek ends the sparring session. He then asks Jinwoo, "Did I overstep my boundaries?" Jinwoo replies, "Not at all." Dong-wook then compliments Jinwoo and invites him to join his guild. Meanwhile, from a distance, Choi Jong-in comments, "Jinwoo is classified as a mage-type hunter. This surprises everyone, as his movements resemble those of an assassin-type hunter." Jinwoo himself feels excited about the battle. Later we learn that Jinwoo has secretly hidden his shadow soldiers inside the shadows of all the S-rank hunters without them noticing. He then tells Mr. Go, "You asked me if I would participate in the Jeju Island raid, right?" Mr. Go is shocked by Jinwoo's response. The scene shifts to Hanekawa calling out Goto's name. But Goto is too shaken to respond. His face shows pure fear. In the next scene, we see Baek sitting in his office thinking, "A hunter with this much power, I wonder what his true worth is." He realizes that trying to recruit Jinwoo into his guild would be a waste of time and energy. Instead, he considers other ways to build a good relationship with him. Just then, he receives a message listing the hunters participating in the Jeju Island raid. However, he is shocked to see that Sung Jinwoo's name is not on the list. The scene changes again, showing Goto on a phone call. He tells someone named Mr. Sugimoto, "South Korea has some skilled hunters." Sugimoto replies, "But not as skilled as you." We learn that Sugimoto is an S-rank hunter and the Vice Guildmaster of the Blade Guild. He then asks Goto, "What's the name of this skilled hunter?" Goto answers, "Sung Jinwoo." He recently went through a second awakening and became an S-rank hunter. Sugimoto finds this strange and says, "I didn't see his name on the list." Goto is surprised by this revelation. The next scene reveals the South Korean team selected for the Jeju Island raid: Jung Dong-wook, Baek Yoon-ho, Hae-in, Lim Tae-gyu, and Min Byung-gu. Goto is confused, thinking, if Chairman Go doesn't include someone as strong as Jinwoo in his raid team, that would be madness. Sugimoto tells him not to worry. The final scene shifts to Jeju Island, where ants are cannibalizing each other due to a shortage of food. The Ant Queen watches and says, "We cannot let this happen. We need a powerful soldier." The scene then shows a large egg about to hatch. The Queen declares, "The strongest soldiers will lead the citizens of our kingdom." The episode ends as the egg hatches, revealing a powerful new ant soldier. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe for the next episode and comment the name of the newly hatched ant soldier.